On Yom Kippur, we are given the opportunity to let go of everything that creates ugliness and harshness. We have the opportunity to let go of the grudges we hold on to and the stubborn pain they cause. But even more significantly, Yom Kippur gives us the opportunity to forgive ourselves, to acknowledge our own imperfections and let them go, and know that despite our imperfections, or perhaps because of them, we are worthy of love. We all have flaws that we have to atone for. But we also have anger at ourselves for our flaws that can be even uglier than the flaws themselves. This is the day to let it go. For the list of sins that makes up our next piyut, Ashamnu, the custom is to strike our heart for all of the sins we have committed. But our custom here at BHA is to strike our heart and then let it go. And recognize we've fallen short and let it go. But of course, we haven't only sinned in the past year. We've also loved. We've also done great and beautiful things, often, particularly this year, in very trying circumstances. Rav Abraham Isaac Kook, one of the most important mystics of the 20th century and the first chief rabbi of the land of Israel, said that just as a person should recount their misdeeds, so too should they recount their acts of loving kindness. So Cantor Ellen will lead us in two piyutim. One, the Ashamnu, which will be the things we've done wrong and that we have to let go. And one is the Ahavnu, the celebration of things we've done right this year. After Cantor Ellen has concluded the chanting, we'll hear from Bekah Starr some thoughts on things to lift up and celebrate from this past year. Bekah is a member of BHA and a Kohenet, or Hebrew priestess, and she lives here in Beacon with her husband Michael and their children Isaiah and Aria.
Ashamnu, bagadnu, gazalnu, dibarnu dofi, he'evinu, vehirshanu, zadnu, chamasnu, tafalnu sheker. Yai da dai dai dai, yai da da dai dai dai, yai da da dai dai dai. Ya'atznu ra, kizavnu, latznu, maradnu, niatznu, sararnu, Avinu, Pashanu, Sararnu, Kishinu Orev. Yai da dai 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 da da dai dai dai. Yai da da dai dai dai. Rashanu, Shichatnu, Ti'avnu, Ta'inu, Titanu.
This has been an extraordinarily hard year. We're living through a global pandemic. We've never been more aware of how many people are being murdered in the streets because of their skin color. The western half of our country is being engulfed by flames, and many more exceptionally heartbreaking experiences that we have encountered and witnessed. And I'm sure most of us were not at our best most of the time. It would be easy to look back on the past year and talk about all the ways we didn't meet the expectations that we had for ourselves. And this is an important exercise. It's important that we understand the ways in which we were not at our best, so that we can heal and learn how to do better. And if we only acknowledge our mistakes and we dwell in the negativity, we can do no good in the world. As Jews, it is not solely our responsibility to heal the world, but we must do our part. We must take our part in the responsibility. Many folks have awesome practices that acknowledge the good and celebrate the awesomeness in our world and in our days. Some of my favorites are gratitude journals, affirmations, visualization exercises, having a positive and growth mindset attitude, and practicing compassion. As part of my daily practice, every night I ask myself, what are 3 amazing things that happened today? So I'll share with you my 3 amazing things that happened this year. I've continued to offer song and ritual to support spiritual connection during these emotionally hard times, even though sometimes I was operating with barely to no reserves. I put my children's emotional and physical needs before anything else. And I gave away more money in the past 7 months than I probably have in my entire life. These are the things that I'm celebrating this year. I would love to know yours. So let's all commit to making a practice of celebrating each other, our joys and our successes, our loves and our passions. Let's collectively lift each other up in this coming year.